Hi everyone, it's Lisa Mears. Thank you so much for joining me. In today's video, I'm going to be making a card using the brand new Pretty Pink Posh Leafy Spring Wreath stamp set. This stamp set consists of a large wreath that has several leaves on it, and you can decorate it with the different stamps that are included in this set. So there's Easter eggs, there's a bow, there are birds, and there are flowers, and there's a sentiment Easter greetings and one that says spring, and there are also the coordinating dies available for this set. So I went ahead and stamped out the stamps onto some Bristol smooth cardstock using some Versafine Onyx black ink, and I'm just coloring up all of my images using my Zig Clean Color Real Brush pens. This is some super easy coloring. I am going to bring in 3 different color green markers. So that's why you see me kind of skipping around on this wreath, because I'm going to come in with 2 other colors besides the one that I'm using now. And the color I'm using now is May Green. You can see I'm just adding some ink to one side of the leaf. And then I'm going to come in with my blender and I'm going to blend that color through the rest of the white area. And that gives it a nice gradient from dark to light, and that's how I get my shading with these Zig Clean Color Real Brush pens. And again, only using one color. If you wanted to use more than one color per leaf, you can do that, but this is just super easy coloring that I want to show you using one color marker and then blending it out. You can also use a water brush or a paintbrush with water to do the same thing. And if you don't have Zig markers and you want to do this technique, you can use any watercolor markers. What I love about this wreath is that it just contains leaves, so you can basically use this wreath for any occasion. I went ahead and stamped out the Easter eggs and some of the flowers and the bow because I'm going to decorate my wreath with these images. You can also decorate your wreath with any images. So if you wanted to make this a Christmas themed wreath, get some Christmas stamps and you can decorate it that way. So you can put anything on here and it can be used for any occasion. So the next color that I'm using here is, I believe it's the light green, and I'm coloring the same way. So just adding some ink to the edge and then using my blender to blend the ink through the white area. And then the last green color that I'm going to use is the fluorescent green. So I like using these 3 different color greens because that way it does also add some depth to my wreath. So this stamp set is a brand new stamp set from Pretty Pink Posh. It was just released with their March release, which was jam-packed full of spring and Easter products. And if you haven't seen my unboxing of that release, I will link it here at the top right-hand corner of this video, so be sure to check that out. So not only Easter and spring, you can also use these products for Mother's Day. And this wreath, you definitely can use for Mother's Day. I would probably just omit the eggs that I'm going to put on there and just maybe put some flowers on the wreath, and it would be a perfect Mother's Day card. So here I'm coloring up the bow, and I'm using the peach pink as well as the sugar almond pink. So the peach pink is the darker pink and the sugar almond pink is the lighter pink. And then I'm going to color up the Easter eggs. I have the color lilac, and I'm going to use yellow as well. And then for this egg, I'm going to color the dots with the turquoise green and then color all around the actual egg with the peach pink. And I will have all of the colors listed in the description box, as well as links to all of the supplies that I used today. You'll see those in the description box of this video. I'll also have a coordinating blog post where I will have up-close pictures of my card as well as product links. So if you're interested in finding out more about these products, make sure you check those links out. Okay, so the blue is the light blue, and then the pink is in the middle of the flower. So I went ahead and used the coordinating dies to die cut all of those stamps, and I also colored 2 other Easter eggs off camera. So I'm going to go ahead and glue the bow on to the wreath. It's actually going to go at the bottom of my wreath, and then I'm going to glue all of my images onto the wreath as well. So now my wreath is finished, and I'll set that aside and I'll work on my card background. I have another piece of Bristol smooth cardstock. I cut it down to 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm using the Pretty Pink Posh Lattice Stencil, and I'm just going over it with a very light yellow ink. The ink that I'm using is the Pinkfresh Studio Lemon Whip ink. Now I'm not going very hard over this stencil with the ink because I just want a very light background. So I'm just applying 1 coat there, and I'm going to lift it up, and now my stenciled background is complete. I'm going to place that background in the Misti, and I'm just going to position the wreath where I want it on the card so that I can position my stamp inside the wreath, and then I'll remove the wreath before I do my stamping. So I'll go ahead and ink that stamp up with some black ink. My stamp says Easter Greetings, and then I'll go ahead and decorate my card. So I did put some foam on the back so that the wreath pops up. You can also turn this into a shaker card if you wanted to by putting some acetate in that opening of the wreath and putting some shaker pieces in there. But remember, if you want to turn this into a shaker card, you would need to make sure that your foam on the back of the wreath is all closed up, meaning that there are no gaps between the foam. So I went ahead and added some of the Pretty Pink Posh Pink Blush Pearls, and then I added that to an A2 size card base. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like videos like this, be sure to click that subscribe button and turn on your bell notifications so that you'll be notified when I release new videos. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a great day. Bye-bye.